If you laughed at that picture as well, which by the way, that show's great. It's a great show. I mean, season two wasn't as good as season one, but I'm waiting for season three. But that picture really holds true. In 2024, if Bitcoin hit 90K, which it did towards the end of the year, you were happy because you didn't expect it to happen so soon. You're like, this is great. But what I think's happening now, aside from this mini crash and people leaving the market, is they were getting spoiled. Bitcoin hit close to 110K, and it was over 100K for a while. And because some altcoins rallied during that time, and now we're seeing a pullback again, people were like, what's going on? Crypto is supposed to pump, right? What I think's happening is weak hands are getting shaken out. This is definitely manipulation. I did see something with people selling a lot of Bitcoin soon. I mean, politics aside, you have to understand bull cycles in stocks and crypto, they're not just linear god candles to the upside, right? How you can tell you're in a bull cycle, later on in life is when you go back and you see over time it's going up like this. Now, when I'm doing this, it's going up, and what's happening here? It's going down. But over time, it's going up. You're not going to see this in the day-to-day chart, the week-to-week chart, or the month-to-month chart. You see this in the year-to-year chart. Like people that thought 2022, the bear market was going to be longer than that. The bottom was going to come into Bitcoin being like, I think it was 7,000, 5,000. Some even said 2,000 was coming. When Bitcoin hit 15K, I bought it, even though I don't hold it anymore. I swapped it because I had a feeling it wasn't going to go any lower. And what caused me to believe that was the fact that everyone kept saying it was going lower. So right now, what I'm seeing out there, the overall sentiment in the market, is not that we're in a bull cycle, but that the bull cycle is over and everyone's leaving the market. So naturally, like I do in life, when I make choices, when I see everybody going this way, I want to go this way. When I see people selling their bags, I want to go to the bags. I want to buy those bags. When I see people panicking, I get excited, and right now my portfolio, it is down significantly. But I don't really care because I know it's just a short-term dip. It can go on for a couple of days, couple of weeks, hell, even a couple of months, right? I've seen so much worse when it comes to crashes in the market. But I know crypto, how the game works. It's like this, right? Now, if you're in stocks, the S&P 500, when you see pullbacks for that, you're not seeing as steep of a crash because the gains to the upside are also not as explosive, not as volatile. The S&P, you're getting 8-10% yield per year on average. So when you see a crash for the S&P, you might get a 20% crash at most, in these kind of crashes. Obviously, a big crash, it's more. But it's not a 50% drop like you're seeing it for some of these altcoins, right? And that's the thing, right? When I came into crypto, I've already had the mental fortitude that if my crypto goes down half in 24 hours, as bad as it sounds and looks, it's normal. I know that sounds weird to say. Now, obviously, if a specific crypto is going down 95% and your other crypto coins are going up like 80% or they're rallying, okay, it's not just another day in crypto. Your specific altcoin probably got rugged. Okay. But what I do is during crashes like these, I don't just zoom into a coin. Chances are, if Bitcoin's down, Ethereum's down, and Solana's down, your entire watch list is down. Can you find one or two cryptos that are pumping right now? Sure, I can pick a crypto out of a hat and say, hey, this one pumped 300x right now. That doesn't mean the altcoins that you're seeing right now down in price are bad. It just means they're following the rest of the market at current time, right? The problem with mid caps and large caps is they're glued to Bitcoin. What does that mean? It means they're glued to the Bitcoin sentiment. So if Bitcoin is bearish, because they're large in market cap and liquidity, no one's going to change that liquidity to sway the price action unless there's a huge move to the upside or downside. Versus a micro cap, a very small market cap crypto or a meme coin or some crypto that gets a catalyst like an exchange listing, a major partnership, some very bullish news, they can break away from Bitcoin because they're not yet as liquid to marry Bitcoin, meaning follow it to a T, and that catalyst could send it to a short-term rally that will later probably be dipped again when the crash gets worse, if it gets worse, right? So keep that in mind. This is not about trying to find one crypto on your watch list and say, watch this one down. Look at the 8,500 other cryptos that are down. I don't know how many cryptos are actually hard out there, to be honest. But like I said, if you don't have any dry powder, which you're not alone, I'm not buying crypto today, although I want to. I just get off the app. I'm going to the gym after this. I got my electric lights, like a vitamin C thing. It helps, the energy. I got my coffee here. I'm good. I'm chilling. Like, I'm not putting on a show for this video. I really am this calm. Like, I don't care about my portfolio being down because I'm conditioned to understand that this is normal. Manipulation, I've said it before, right? People think because the bull cycle is here that all the manipulation is to the upside. It's not. You're still going to get some pullbacks. You're going to get some rallies, some crashes, some dips, some pullbacks. It is what it is, right? You just got to be prepared. You got to have a strong, endured mindset. You got to be calm when it happens. You got to just be thinking logical. I know it's very emotional, right? Trust me, I'm not ignorant to the fact that it's really hard to watch your portfolio get slashed in half. Trust me, I know it's a shitty feeling. And I'm not saying to like omit your emotions. I'm saying try to come to some level of thinking to where you acknowledge that this is a part of crypto, that you are okay knowing that it's going to get better. This is why I say if you really can't handle this, you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. There's really no shame in walking away if crypto is not for you. This is why the S&P 500 is very alluring to many investors, especially older investors, because it's less risk. It's not as risky when you have a security. It's tied to a company. So you got a company leader, a CEO, probably a CFO, a founder, someone who's behind it. So they're not going to just rug the company and say we're going to zero, because there's a name to it. There's laws in place, and they're not going to damage reputation and go to jail. Whereas a crypto, you can get like a random meme coin or a random utility coin that has an anonymous founder, and all of a sudden they rug because crypto doesn't have any regulation and there's no laws in place for it. So that's why crypto is riskier too during crashes like these, because we don't know what these teams are thinking, what these founders are thinking, right? So it is sometimes like blind faith. It's blind faith, right? But as long as you weather the storm, you understand that this is normal. You have your goals in place. You're passionate about learning. You take this experience for what it is, an experience that you'll never forget. And listen, this is not a bad crash. I said in my last video, if you did not come in 2022 and see a top 10 crypto fail, see Solana go right down the gutter for a while, see memes like every other day get rugged. Freaking Gala got, court case went down the gutter. Like so many cryptos just got hacked or rugged or something happened. They went down significantly. Terra Luna was the biggest one. And the FTX, obviously, you had exchanges like FTX go down, BlockFi, Celsius. If you were here for that, you're probably laughing right now watching this. You're like, this is nothing. But if you're brand new to this, and let's just say you came in now, or maybe you just came in and Bitcoin was already bullish, this is crypto. Welcome to crypto, okay? This is not for the faint of heart. You got to have thick skin in life, and you got to have thick skin in crypto, okay? Let this be a teacher in life. Just like in life, right? When things get tough, do you run away? No, I hope not. If you do, then you probably should fix that first before you get into investing. But this is one of those situations. Things are getting tough. Don't run away. Just acknowledge it. Acknowledge the emotion you're feeling. And if it's overwhelming, just close the laptop, close the app, go to the gym, play with your pets, hang out with your family, your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, whatever. Just get your mind off crypto. Even eat some food, for God's sakes. Have a drink if you want. Water, coffee. Maybe some of you want beer or liquor. Who knows? But again, just get your mind off crypto if it really is that overwhelming for you. I'm telling you from personal experience, if you let this consume you and consume your life, it will stress you out more than it should be. Investing is stressful, yes, because you're already got the odds stacked against you. Many people are losing money every day. They're getting liquidated every day. And at the end of the bull cycle, less than 20% make $10. So yeah, the odds are not in your favor. So it adds more to the stress factor and the urgency to make or take action to hopefully get to the end result. So when you see a roadblock coming your way, you're like, I don't want to see this. But what I said in my last video, you got to get away from feeling comfortable all the time and want to see a challenge. You can't just fly down the highway in the fast lane and think nothing's going to happen. Eventually, you got to make a turn, get off the highway. You're probably going to hit a red light. You're probably going to have a detour. You're going to have to stop along the way to use the bathroom, get gas, whatever. Let this be a challenge that you enjoy. Let this be a crash that you find success in. If you have some funds and you buy the dip today, and let's just say in a couple weeks, couple months, it rises up significantly, are you going to be upset that you made a move? Or you're going to be so happy. You're going to be so happy, right? Or would you rather wait, for Bitcoin to break 110, 120K, and you rather buy these cryptos at, higher prices, 50% increase? What I say in my last video. You go to the mall, you want, a pair of jeans or a shirt or a pair of shoes. What do? You see a discount, you buy, right? You don't, what do? You wait for a discount unless you really want it. You had the discounts in front of you. What should you do? Treat it like you're going to the mall. Buy the discount. And if you can't, then that's it. Just enjoy it for what it is. And this is why I say joining a group is super important for 2025. Because when you're feeling this way, when you feel like it's too much, you can talk to us, talk to me, talk to other people who have been here before. I've seen, this is my second bull cycle now. I've seen a lot happen. Okay. I've seen people get so far, and right before it's time to change their life, they pull back on the gas pedal and they go the other way. Or I've seen people also the other way, where they start at rock bottom, they think there's no hope, and all of a sudden they're coming out of this with a lot of money. I've seen members already go from like 4 figures, 5 figures to 6 or 7 figures in my group alone. So proud of them. But every single person who has achieved success like this all think the same way. They're not all the same person, like, freaking AI robots, but they all had this level of thinking to where they're independent, they're confident, they're open to learning, they don't have egos, and they're not afraid to make a mistake. They're not afraid to take action. You can't be afraid to take action. What do they always say, right? Take a leap of faith. What's a leap of faith? It's making a decision or a judgment call when you don't know the outcome. Now, for me, I'll be honest. I have a fear of the unknown. I hate making a risky decision with my life where I don't know what's going to happen. And a lot of people, like I said, when you give them the option, A or B, if A is what they're used to and they're comfortable with that feeling, they're going to gravitate towards A, even if B is $10 million, financial freedom, all they want in life, but requires, let's just say, an extra step, and they're told it's going to be a 50-50 shot of getting it. What's going to happen? They're going to say, why the risk? Let's go be comfortable. So again, if you want to be normal, that's fine. I'm not here to shit on you. It's totally cool. This is your life. This is exactly where you want to be. You're right where you want to be. You just don't see it yet because you can't look back at it yet, right? Have you ever had a bad situation happen to you and in that moment you feel great? No, right? You feel like garbage. But what happens later on down the road when you reflect on that moment, whether it's a bad breakup, getting fired from a job, or I don't know, something happening to you, right? You look back and you're like, wow, I'm kind of glad I went through that. I became a stronger, physically, mentally, emotionally person, and maybe you mature from it. Usually you learn, right? There's always a lesson with every single painful experience. And I'm not saying this is a painful experience in crypto. Maybe it is for you. I don't know your portfolio. You could be down right now overall. I'm down massively, but I'm not down in the deficit. I'm still in massive profit. And the reason I am in profit, not to gloat, is because I have been conditioned myself to make moves when I don't feel confident, just by having faith and belief in myself, intuition to know that making decisions when people don't do it, when the market doesn't look good, is actually the best decision for me. Like I said, it's not about making calls and with 100% confidence that what you're doing is the right decision. It's making the move regardless and living with the consequence, whether right or wrong. If you're wrong, you learn from it and you do better next time. If you're right, you're happy and you appreciate what you did. Just a quick mental nugget for you guys. I'm telling you, like, my personal experience, right? I really condition myself every day to think this way, because you're not going to get there by just, bugging people and saying, hey, I want to, trying to get answers, right? I read a lot of books. I really work on myself, physically, mentally, emotionally. I try to learn a lot. So you really got to be in this environment where you're open for growth. And that's the best way to maximize your potential, not as just an investor, but as a person in every facet of life. Anyway, still a quick video. I hope this video really helped you. If it did, please leave a like. Really helps so much. And with that being said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.